Hey, Splinter here, coming at you with another KO knockoff bootleg figure review. This is going to be a very quick one, and a very quick one. So I've only got like half an hour before my friends come around, and I wanted to get this up here as quick as I can, but just don't get a chance. Just literally don't get a chance to do anything these days. It's very frustrating. So anyway, bear with me. Just getting over a cold again. Feels like I was like ill, like only in my last video. It's crazy. So please bear with me on that, and also please bear with me. I'm currently looking after, me and my partner are currently looking after a friend's dog who's only 6 months old and is getting into everything. So every 2 seconds I have to basically say, get out of that. Speaking of which, she's chewing up a cushion. Hey! Problem is, we have 3 dogs ourselves, and 2 of which are 10 or 11. One is 6, 7, I want to say. I'm probably going to get told off for that being wrong. But they're, they're old dogs. They just kind of want to relax, just, chill. He's 6 months old and just wants to just do everything all the time. I've had 2 hours sleep as he kept us awake all night long. I'm absolutely exhausted, but it's the weekend, so luckily no work today. What are you chewing? So yeah, luckily no work today. So I do apologise if I'm constantly interrupted by him. He's a lovely dog, he's just a pain in the butt. And that little like bell you can hear, that's his collar. So anyway, on to the figure. So this is, like I said in the description and in the title and what I just said at the start of the video, this is the KO one. This is the one that I got from eBay for £16.99. Came from China. It took a long time to get here. It's kind of weird. The same thing happened with my Spider-Man. I basically messaged him and said, like, where is this? What's going on? I haven't seen this. Is this actually going to turn up? And then it turns up literally that day or the day after. So, yeah. It did take a long time, which did have me worried. So that was a bit frustrating, a bit, like, unnerving. But, yeah, it has arrived. And I've got to say, absolutely love it. It's like a couple of nitpicks, but there's no real faults to it. I have actually got on hand, my buddy Leon Sykes, who you guys probably heard me mention in a few of my videos, has actually lent me his official Deadpool. So this is an official release, not a KO, and I will show you the difference in a bit. Frustrating thing is, I didn't realise he was just literally sending me the figure, so he sent me no accessories. So I didn't want to get him confused accidentally. So on my figure, I've literally scratched a sign on each like part. So if you look, like, I don't know if you'll see it here, but if I zoom in quickly and get the light in it, you see just there, just literally that little line just there, that's me scratching into it. And on all the weapons, see on the hilt of the, focusing on his crotch right here, but on the hilt there's a little notch of the guns and the swords and inside, and on the taco. So yeah, I did that before I opened his box, and I recorded it so he saw that I was making it. So I didn't want to worry that I was going to screw him over or anything. So I just wanted to really show him that I was trying to gesture goodwill, and I've put it in a place that's not going to show, so it doesn't bother me that mine's marked. I'm going to use this probably for a customer, maybe get another one for a comic one. Haven't decided yet. But yeah, so I'm rambling. Sorry, I'm really tired. I've had 2 cups of coffee and it's done nothing. I'm going to have to go get some energy drink or something before I can even make it through the day. Right, so let's get over the differences straight off the bat. Okay, so first differences, he comes with, as you can see, alternative, the taco, 2 pistols, 2 swords, and, well, the mask head. He comes with that fitted. That's what he comes with. So you don't get the, I think it's a shotgun, an automatic shotgun or a grenade launcher, some kind of weird tech rifle, and the rocket launcher with the punching glove on the end of it. You don't get them. Although someone on my Facebook group did advertise one, and the picture did show all of them accessories. My picture only showed these accessories, so I wasn't expecting them. So they might have changed it, I don't know. It seems weird that they've kind of not sent them out, but it's the same price, so I will drop a link in below. And hopefully, I don't know if I was actually the reason to this, but the KO Spider-Man that I showed, the pizza eating Spider-Man, after I uploaded my video about that, and all of you watched it, and thank you for the feedback on that, I hope it helped you all. You are no longer able to get the pizza eating Spidey. I can't speak, the pizza eating Spidey. You can still get the Superior Venom, yeah, that was it, and the Scarlet Spider, but you can't get the pizza eating one. He's just fallen off the map. Hopefully he'll come back around again, but I apologise if the popularity of my video made that figure a bit more rarer. It wasn't my intention. I was just literally trying to tell you guys it was worth the pickup. Well, I guess it was my intention then, come to think about it. Anyway, once again, I'm rambling. Sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm so tired. So, let's get into this figure. So, before we do the comparison, let's go over pros and negatives of this figure. Take off that. Negative I didn't even notice until actually just now is putting on this head was very difficult. Very, very difficult. And to me, it sits a bit too tall. It doesn't look quite right. I'm not too sure about that. I think the mask one just sits a lot better. Let's yeah, I definitely think this one just sits a bit too tall, but I'm not too sure if that's a common thing with the actual figure itself, or I mean like the Deadpool figure, or just the knockoff version. So yeah, that was a bit suck. Second thing is the holsters. They're, as you can see, they're warped, and the swords themselves were a bit warped going out of packaging, because this thing only comes in a padded jiffy bag. I think it's a jiffy. Is that the right word? Sounds right. So yeah, these were pressed right up against there, and the swords were bent all over the place. Now the swords seem to have straightened themselves out pretty nicely. Still a bit bendy, but these things, they don't want to go straight for me. And I have tried and I've heated them. But I'll probably try it again at some point. I'm not sure, but yeah, they were literally like right like that when I took out the packaging. So that's a bit frustrating. Okay, third nitpick is this. I'm not too sure. Well, I've got the official one here, haven't I? No, okay. I thought this was going to be rubber because I've got the Scourge figure, and this is, to me, is a much. Well, I thought it was actually rubber, but maybe my memory's just off. It's not actually. It's hard plastic as well. I thought it was a soft rubber. Do you know what? Ignore me completely on that. I'm just completely wrong. I thought that was something totally different. So, yeah. I didn't actually check that until this video. So, I thought this was going to be a soft rubber, but it's not. It's loose, which is a bit frustrating, but it doesn't really fall down past there. So, it stays on the curvature of the muscle tone. It stays there. But if you do them in like a flip or something, it might come loose and it might go there. Which I guess is a bit realistic if you think about it. But if you didn't want it to move, you could literally chuck a bob of glue on there and it would stay there. Compared to the official one, to be honest, it moves just as much. So, but I guess once you've got it round the thigh, it seems to hold itself a bit better. Not really. It's about the same, to be honest. Okay, so the pistols. These are hard plastic, very hard plastic. Dang it, Monty out. I left my closet open with all the modelling stuff, so with all my figures in there, so I didn't want to go in there. So yeah, these are hard plastics. They're pretty good. They look almost identical to the ones I've seen from the Bucky cap things. Although I want to say it looks a bit narrower, maybe. I just remembered, obviously, I had Scourge there, and Scourge's gun is right beside me. And yeah, I was correct. So it is a bit narrower. I don't know if that's the design of the figure once again, or if they've changed it, or if it's just because it's KO. So I don't know how well you can see that, but they are definitely a bit narrow. But the detail's pretty much the same. They're roughly about the same size. Personally, I prefer the narrower one because it means it's not going to stretch the hand out as much. I think what I'm going to do is trim down the grip a bit, so because his hands hold the swords actually really well. But then if you go around putting this giant, great big handle in there, it's going to stretch it out and it's going to make these be really loose. So that's really tight in there, and I love that. So I'm probably going to try and cut the handle down to roughly around about this size for my Deadpool. I know it's trimming off an awful lot, sorry, this size. But I don't want it to stretch the hands out. I want it to hold the swords nicely. So yeah, the holsters, as you saw at the start of the video, they hold the guns very firmly. So like that. That one's probably a bit looser, but it's still very snug. This one almost like clips into place, but I think it's just because it can go in a bit deeper because of the hole at the bottom. well, maybe the width of length of it. And well, this is kind of a thing which I saw actually when I watched a review for this. Is the problem is these are curved blades, and these holsters or sheaths rather are straight, so you kind of need to curve them a bit for them to actually fit in there correctly. But that's not the KO fault. That's actually the figure design fault. Is the taco? Yeah, as you can see, I've got my little scratch mark on it, so I can tell them apart, even though I didn't get one. I can't do a side-by-side comparison with it compared to the other one. Oh, for God's sake. Sorry, dog once again, chewing something shouldn't. So fresh. It's literally been the entire time I've had him. I've only had him one day and I'm exhausted. It's just, like I said, it's not a malicious dog. It's just he's young and he wants to be in everything. And he's pestering all the older dogs and they're growling at him, so we can't even leave him alone together. It's very frustrating. Right, anyway, sorry, coming back to this, do apologise. Yeah, I mean, I think this is done really well. I think there's a bit of excess plastic there. Again, I'm not sure if that's just to the KO, but all in all, really, really well. It looks pretty cool. Nice detail, nice paint apps on it. It's kind of a bit of just a slop in, but that's kind of what tacos are. I don't know if the official one has a bit more texture on the actual taco itself because it's a bit smooth. Kind of does look like I guess it looks a bit more like a fajita wrap rather than a taco. So I know they're basically the same thing. One's cooked, one isn't, or fried, whatever. But they just have a bit more texture, don't they? But all in all, still very happy with it. I think it's a nice little addition. Don't know if I'll ever actually pose him with it. But yeah, really, really cool thing to have. And I'm happy the KO comes with it. 16 minutes into this video and I haven't done anything. So keep on stopping for 5 seconds. Right, final accessory comes with is the knife. Now this is identical to the Bucky Cap one and the other ones. I can tell you that now just from looking at it. It seems like it's a bit of a softer plastic compared to the old ones, but it's still sturdy and it's got a nice shape and it fits in his sheath, which you saw there on his ankle or his boot. Really nice. And I haven't actually put it in his hand yet. I imagine it'll fit fine. You know I'm saying that. I think the handle actually might be a bit thinner. Fits fine there. And fine there. Okay, so now one thing that this one does have as a problem, but once again, this is not unique to KO's, is his hip, we'll say peg, just like a single peg that goes through, is kind of not really attached. So got a bit of like wobbly legs. So you could fix that quite easily just if you're careful, putting a bit of glue in there and glue it into place. But like I said, I've had that with Bucky Caps, I've had that with other figures, so that's not something that's just because of KO. If they're all doing that, then obviously it is, but this one, I mean, I'll ask my friend, actually, 2 secs. So yeah, I just checked with my buddy. You might remember some previous videos of Ronnie Tush. Had a couple of trades with him and really sound guy. One of my best friends, along with Leon, actually are on my Facebook group. He actually also got one of these and he said that his is solid, so he doesn't have this rock. So that is literally just mine. But like I said, it's an easy fix and I've had it on official Marvel releases, or Legend releases. So I'm not bothered about that in the slightest. Right, let's do a comparison. Okay, so on the left, we have the official release, and on the right, the KO. Some of you might, with a keen eye, straight off the bat, see that the KO is a bit shinier. He's, I mean, his boots, actually, ironically, official boots glossier, but KO's gloves glossier. KO's red is a gloss, official red is a matte. Sculpt is identical. Yeah, sculpt looks to be identical. The red on his shin guard seems to be a bit darker, especially on this one. It's very dark. I'm not quite sure why that is on the official one. And so does the brown of the plastic. Seems to be a bit darker, which personally I think actually is better. It looks a bit more natural, whereas this looks a bit brighter. So I'm quite happy with that. What else? Let's do the grenades because they've got some paint apps. Alright, solid green. Solid green. Both seem to be painted kind of equally well. Sheaths, these ones seem to be a bit straighter, like I said to you on that one, bit difference. And the dog's found a squeaky toy, which I was trying to keep off of him. And he's chasing it downstairs. Okay, Joy. Oh my god, this is a disaster. I'm so sorry, guys. Really sorry. Paint apps. This one actually on the boot has some black showing around the red, whereas this one's all red. So on both legs, yeah, on both legs, that's quite interesting. So the KO actually has a bit more better paint on the actual leg armour. Monty, I play with downstairs. Okay, I've noticed something. That is interesting. The KO seems to be a fraction taller. Okay, look at that. That's a bit interesting, isn't it? The KO seems to be a good, like, only a couple of millimeters, but definitely there's a height difference there. And it's not just how I've got them stand, because I've tried to get them stand as equal as I can. But now it looks the other way around. And that's the angle of the camera. Okay, to the mind's eye, there's literally mind's eye, my God. To the naked eye, there's definitely a fraction of a height difference. It's like his legs are too long. Because look, the waist joint's like here. Is it? Is this thing playing an optical illusion on me? I don't know. It definitely looks taller. Strange. Very strange. Right, continuing with the comparison. The ab crunch muscle tone seems to be a little bit more defined than that one, but that could again be due... No. There's a few more like tighter notches in the definition, whereas that's a bit more smoother. Don't know if it's the same for the torso though, or for the chest. Maybe. Really nitpicking there. The arms look identical. Gloves look identical, apart from, like I said, the gloss and a bit more of a matte. It's glossy, but it's not as glossy. The red's a bit more vibrant, but again, that's glossy, so it's got a bit more shine to it. I know that's shining because of the light, but you can see from here, there's not really any shine, whereas this one's quite reflective. Yeah, the paint's just a bit more vibrant throughout on this one. Okay, now the lines aren't quite accurate on this, because you can see the line here. I hope it's coming on camera, but basically it's coming to the right side of the leg joint, whereas this one it's closer to the left side of the leg joint. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, so let's use a sword as a thing. Right, so you've got like the leg disc there, which is inside the two pegs. So on this one it's closer to the left side, whereas this one is closer to the right side. So hopefully that's helped explain that. But yeah, all in all, there's not much of a difference. I mean, this has got some paint scuffs here, paint chip there, some paint chip there, but I don't know if that's from Leon's use. I don't know how he poses. I'm not accusing him. I'm saying I don't know what he does with them. So I don't know. Like, so I don't know if that's just general wear and tear, that and that, or if he bought it like that. But I've literally bought this, had a look at it, made sure it's okay, and I've chucked it in a box until this one arrived and I did the marking. Apart from that, I've not really touched it. So, yeah, I mean, comparison-wise, I think it's... What have you got now? I blame my partner. Way too many bloody things. She's a dog, I'm going to say serial lover, she's crazy about them. So yeah, the dogs are treated way better than I am, so they get a lot more crap than I do. Right, okay, anyway, so that's comparison done. I think, yeah, there's a few tiny differences. The height, that's really throwing me. I don't know why that is. It seems very bizarre. But generally, it's a really, really passable... not replacement, what's the word? Not counterpart. Passable... Counterfeit? Passable... I can't think of the word. It's acceptable, in my opinion, as a figure. So, very, very happy with that. So yeah, let's just go over the articulation. If you've got a bucket cap, you're going to know what to expect, but I will just show you exactly. So, head is on a ball disc, so I can go up that much, go down that much, and you can rotate around 360 degrees. And no pivot really. Shoulders on ball disc also, nice ratchety all the way around, 360 degrees. They can go out that far. Both ones are ratchety. This one is ratchety, but not as clicky. You can, if you watch, so you see it moving, but it just doesn't click like that. Bicep rotation 360 degrees, single ratchet elbow. And one thing I did notice when I was looking at this peg seems to be a bit more protruding on this side, so I'm going to actually heat this up and push it through so it's a bit more equal. But yeah, double elbow. Stop getting the squeaky ones. Over there, come on. Leech is getting squeaky toys and pulling them out. I'm so sorry, guys. Really, please do. I do apologise. Oh, sorry. I should probably also mention the shoulder harness isn't actually attached, so you could remove it if you want quite easily. I've not done it myself, but again, that's not just for this one. That is with the official release, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a floating piece. The belt's also floating and the leg strap, but I don't know if you can unpeg the belt anywhere. I don't see. Anyway, normally it's got like a bit where it pegs in, but I can't see on this one. So if you know what I mean by like a bit that pegs in, so there'll be like under a pocket, there'll be a peg sticking up. So when you push the pocket down, it clips into place. But no, I can't see on this one. So if you're going to take it off, you're going to have to cut it off, I'm afraid. Or heat it up and stretch it out. There's a little bit of extra plastic. There you go. And same with this, you could probably pull this off over the leg. So anyway, continue with the articulation. Ab crunch. Goes down, one, oh, just the one, and back one. Okay, so there might be a difference. Let's have a look. Don't fall over, please. Come on. No, that was about saying to me. Yeah, that's strange. I thought the bucket caps bend over more than that. But yeah. Strange though, it looks like there's some stretch marks on his torso. I thought there was one I bent it forward, but God knows where that's from. Okay, anyway, continuing. Waist rotation 360 degrees. And it's got a nice like click in the middle. T-cut hips, so he can do a Spartan of that, nice and high. Splits of that. Upper thigh rotation, nowhere near as stiff as the Spideys. Double knee, another squeaky toy. There's 5 squeaky toys behind me. Anyway, double hinged knee. It's a little bit ratchety, not really. Boot rotation 360 degrees, ankle point from there to there with a pivot from there to there. And in honour to the late Glenn Webb, this is the widest stance he can possibly do with both feet flat on the ground. Quite respectable experience. It's better than some. Like the bucket caps I know, they were terrible. But isn't that interesting? KO can go further. That's very interesting, isn't it? So there you go, guys. Just so you can actually get the pistols in hand. You do have to stretch the fingers out. There's no way to do it without, so I don't want to leave it in there for long. So just going to do that for my goodbye. So thanks a lot for watching. I am ever so sorry about all the noise from the puppy. I don't think we're going to be getting him again after this because it's just been too difficult with the other dogs. So it's a bit frustrating. I feel like I've let them down a little bit, but can't help it when the dogs just don't go on. You can't really control that. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy this. I hope you did find it informative, and I just realised I didn't actually show the wrist articulation, did I? They're basically got hinges up and down, 360 up and down. They're slightly hindered by this little lip over top of his hand, so you see you can rotate it around, but it's a bit hindered by this little bit here. And that sounds like my friend here. So yeah, once again, hope you did enjoy this video. I would definitely recommend this figure to anyone who's interested in getting one and doesn't want to pay the ridiculous price that this figure is going for. So I would pick one up if you want one. Definitely well worth and a great substitute. That's the word. I could not think of that word earlier. Oh my God. Once again, thanks a lot for watching. Apologise for interruptions. Hopefully you managed to get what you needed from this review. And yeah, stay tuned for some other good stuff. Catch you in the next one. See ya.